Well, I don't know if you can hear that, but the dryer is making a thumping sound and a little bit of a scraping sound. It's a surefire diagnosis for worn rollers, which we replaced once on this 20-year-old dryer. So join me today as we do it again. We're going to replace these worn rollers and the belt and the idler pulley, and hopefully that makes this sound go away. Now, what are you going to need for this job? It's going to be nasty in there, a lot of dryer lint. You're going to need a shop vac, vacuum all that up. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, a nut driver for removing the panels. You're going to need a split ring pliers to remove those, a 1/2-inch socket on your ratchet, 1/2-inch wrench for the one that you can't quite get to, flat blade screwdriver for removing a split ring that's in there, and then a little bit of grease. I use white lithium grease. And that ought to do the job. $32 on Amazon for this kit that includes both rollers and the bearing surfaces they ride on and the idler and the belt. First off, we got to figure out how to get this front off. Looks like we got some screws in here, so let's give this a go. There you go. We got 4 screws off, and there we go. Front comes off. Next up, we get past all this dryer lint, and we look back in there, and we see the rollers. Now we just got to get at them. I think next thing we'll take this front part off. See if that doesn't give us a bit more access. Definitely get a kid to come in and clean up this nastiness around the felt that's probably worn its way in there because of the sagging that we got going. Looks like we would prefer this to be flipped up. So let's move it out a bit. That'll allow us to flip that up. Alright. So there we are. Drum is kind of released a little bit. Change our angle so you can see in here. And down there we've got those rollers. Honestly, they don't look terribly bad. Here's the belt around the top of the drum. This has clearly been wearing on the felt seal at the front there. Yeah. Continue with our disassembly and see how this goes. So here's what we got, guys. This is the back of the drum. We've got rollers, 2 of them here where it rolls on. And then here's the actual motor that turns the drum. And this is the tensioner. You know, actually all of these seem like they're in reasonable shape. I don't see any massive wear or flat spots. Nothing seems wobbly. something's definitely not right. These are set up with the tiny ones that I need to separate these on the roller down here. Let's see what we can do. So if you've not seen those, that's how that works. Oh. Found it. I mean, so here we are. Got a washer. I mean, yeah, it's worn, but I don't see that it's a particular disaster here. And the bearing surface looks clean and tight. Fiber washer, roller. Let's open up the kit and see what we got. Pop one out and see if it'll line up. So there you go. And there's the replacement. And sure enough, boy, size seems to match. Pretty thrilled on that one. Yeah, I'm sure we'll need this. Got it. All right, 1/2-inch wrench will reach in there. Thinking that might be where a fiber wants to live. I have no doubt somebody in the comments will let me know all the ways I'm doing this wrong. Alright. Hey, that's great. Yep, got that. Okay, so a question I had was, how might we get this idler pulley off? And just wanted to see if we got something here, and we do. What we got there is a little C-clip. So, grab a screwdriver and pop that guy off. Then we'll be able to put the new idler pulley right on there. So anyway, fiber washer, idler pulley. So I decided to put just a tiny bit of lithium grease on that shaft. Just seemed like the right thing to do. And put that idler pulley back on, and then got the C-clip back on. Wasn't terrible. A little bit of acrobatics in there. Now on these, similar situation. I put a little bit of grease on the shaft there. And the Google helped us with determining that this spring washer goes on first. Put that on. And we'll put our new roller. And I don't see a direction in or out, either on this, labeled on this, or measured. Just don't. So let's see if it works. This could be peril. And then a new fiber washer. And then this will give you the springiness to kind of push it back in, and then put that new split ring washer on. So hopefully she doesn't go boing. And here we go. Easy peasy. Do the other one. Another pack. Spring washer. New roller. Fiber washer. Yep. New split ring. All right, so we got it all vacuumed out. It's looking good. I did find that one of these wear pads here was completely worn through. We were rubbing on metal, so that's probably some part of the sound. So I got some peel and stick cork that I've had from another project. I just put that on there. It seems to kind of match the material that was on the other side, even though it's a bit worn. We got the 2 new rollers installed, the new idler pulley installed. Now it's time to put the new belt on the drum and pop it in here. Hopefully it's quieter. So we got a new belt that came with the kit. The old one looks like it's in okay shape. But since it came with it, see if we can get her straightened out and installed. I'm hoping. Let's check it against the old one. You know, the old one's stretched out a little bit. So maybe that's another reason for our sound. So let's see if we can't figure out the routing of this new belt and get her put on there. Alright guys, listen to this. Nice and quiet. Time to celebrate with a brewski.